In March 1887, Debussy returned to France from his 2-year residency in Italy as a Prix de Rome winner. After he returned to Paris, Debussy's relationship with his muse, the soprano Marie-Blanche Vasnier, became less important to him and eventually ended. His break with Marie had unhappy consequences for his personal life, but very positive effects on his compositional development. Debussy was now free to compose music his way, as he said, and also without a specific type of voice in mind. In 1887, he took a major step forward in the magnificent cycle based on the poetry of Paul Verlaine that was ultimately published as the Ariettes Oubliées, or in English, Forgotten Songs, and dedicated to the soprano Mary Garden. In this cycle, Paul Verlaine's sensuous Symbolist poetry became Debussy's primary inspiration for the music and for the character of the voice part. This was the beginning of Debussy's sensualism. The sensuousness that pervades much of his slower music for piano in the song cycles and later in his solo pieces appears here for the first time. The poetry describes the amorous fatigue of the lovers. Here is Debussy's song, C'est l'Ecstasy. In English, it is ecstasy. The opening chord planing in the piano, marked slow and caressingly, embodies the sound ideal Debussy would use as a major part of a new piano idiom. In this song, Debussy meets the challenge Richard Wagner posed to all composers, and especially to Debussy, who, during his younger years, was a strong defender of Wagner's music. Debussy said about Wagner's opera Tristan and Isolde, "The music envelops you like a caress. It is the most beautiful and deeply emotional music I know." In fact, we hear something very close to the language of Tristan in the Chromaticism of Debussy's song. In Célestas, the passionate feelings are concentrated and brought to the most intimate level in a song that lasts for about 3 minutes, instead of an opera that takes well over 4 hours. This music is really much closer to the deep emotions of Wagner and as far from Impressionism as possible. Pianists who become aware of the fantastic poetry and the sound images Debussy created to turn these into music have found one of the secrets to entering the fantastic sound world of Claude Debussy.